The St. Albert Housing Society was formed with the support of the City of St. Albert. As a registered not-for-profit society, it's governed by an energetic board of directors dedicated to finding solutions to create housing options for those in need.
St. Albert is a 152-year-old community that has a population of about 62,000. We have a great reputation of a place to raise your family, a place to live, a place to retire in. Great amenities, cultural amenities, arts amenities, sports amenities, recreation. It's really a place where anyone can feel they can call home.
Home is the foundation of every family. Home is where you create memories. It's where you put your children to bed. It's where you sit at the table and eat dinner together. It's where you should feel safe and secure.
When the cost of housing exceeds 30% of gross household income, families are in trouble. Stats Canada reports that the average household income in St. Albert is $121,500, while almost 20% of our households have a gross income of less than $50,000.
Before I moved to Big Lake Point, I was living in a condo in Grandin. It was very difficult for me because I was very sick. I ended up having a liver transplant in February. I was in a wheelchair for 4 months.
Before I moved here, I did have my own apartment. It was in a very bad neighborhood in Edmonton. There were no schools nearby or resources, community resources available to us.
When a family can't afford to pay the rent, it puts so much pressure and stress in the home. When you have pressure and stress in the home, it's very difficult to parent effectively.
Financially, it was impossible for me to live there. I could not afford it. A lot of help through income support, the food bank, Salvation Army as well.
There are a lot of people who just can't afford to live. Their income doesn't support a wage that allows for housing and food and the necessities of life.
We see that St. Albert has 4,335 households who cannot afford the place they live.
We've found that things have just been so much easier, so much less stressful living here, having a safe place to come home to every day, not worrying about having to walk just from the parking lot to the door.
Now that I'm living at Big Lake Point, my son and I are much more comfortable. We're able to pay the bills, not use the food bank anymore, which is really nice for us.
Having my family close is a huge help, especially being a young single parent. In case I need anything, they're always there. My daughter was just recently accepted into the PEP program at Sturgeon Heights. It's 5 minutes away from where we live now, which is really convenient.
St. Albert does not have enough of a mix of the smaller home where the income is more modest. We don't have enough rentals. We do not have enough opportunities for perhaps even for group homes or those kinds of needs. So as St. Albert develops and as we move forward, we must always be on the lookout for opportunities to diversify our housing stock.
The St. Albert Housing Society is a perfect example of a community agency that gets involved at a grassroots level with board members who understand and know and are of the community and can really get in and understand what our community's supportable housing options really are and what our needs are.
We at the Salvation Army are so happy to be part of the St. Albert Housing Society in the sense that we partner together to make sure that people get a home and get a support that they need.
So everyone has the right to have a home. And everyone has the right to have a home right now. In the Capital Region, we've been working toward making sure that everyone has an opportunity and a place to live. And in St. Albert, we want to make sure that everyone feels right at home and feels right at home right now.
Home is the foundation of every family. It is the key. When you don't face eviction, you have far more success in your life.
I am so thankful for the help I am receiving from the St. Albert Housing Society. I encourage everyone to support the society so they can create more housing to help others just like me.
I'm very thankful for the help that St. Albert Housing has offered to me and given my son and myself. We love it here, and I hope everybody will support the society.
At Big Lake Point, I do feel right at home.
At Big Lake Point, my son and I feel right at home.